Mamuina Akwaba at the Bankasa TV Native. Any name on the 31st of January, a MPP delegate or Kotuaba, a yomo flag bearer. Now, what done in Koshe, a NDC Manukun, Metifonso, some young one who bore a yomo flag bearer for Nusa Bejinim Senior on the 2028 in the whole Ghana. In our Kotuaba, Nay, a mampany, or between Abua, a Ghana mine. Now, very interesting in another update from earlier poor Adam Watching say. Ayo right, Dr. Kesu ato forcing any Dr. Abujina po afomo camp etifo enya sem keto sanso no fosu ampofo Asiedu Nketia Julius Debrah mu ina so sa ejinemu amafomo camp sa etifo mu ina ejinemu am pese ye party ne atom so aba number ye flag bearer na interesting in the update a lawyer po adomotra betudwa no etifo no edempa yankunekuti embra
race to replace President Mahama is getting very, very interesting. And I am beginning to pick my favorites as well. The latest ticket, am I going to get it? Put it on. The latest ticket is this one. This is President Mahama's ticket from what we are hearing. Zenator Forcing, the finance minister. So when he comes to present the budget next week, 2 weeks from now, watch his body language. He's been told that if he's able to continue to do what he's doing until the end of next year, he will be the anointed inheritance holder of the President Mahama NDC leadership legacy. Who is going to be his running mate? The other favorite of John Dramani Mahama, our good friend John Zenator, Member of Parliament and Minister for Energy. The two ways that the NDC would like to say they've been doing well in government so far, one of them will be energy and the other will be finance. In finance, there's disputed opinion about recently the government didn't get a threshold on the treasury bill, local treasury bill market, and some opponents of the government were saying there's an indication that there's no confidence, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you say, Ato Forcing will tell you that the CD was 17, it is 10, it's a feather in his cap. Ato Forcing will tell you that gold reserves have gone here, it's a feather in his cap. Ato Forcing will tell you that petroleum prices have been stabilized. It's a feather in his cap. Don't ask him about the price of kenke. Don't ask him about the price of bread. Don't ask him about the price of biscuits. He doesn't know. But he has major macro indicators to point out to you that he's done well. And the analyzing institutions, Fitch and all of these people are giving Ghana B+ and all of that. So yes, Zenator Forcing is firmly focused on becoming the leader of the NDC, the presidential candidate of the NDC going forward to the 2028 election. And his running mate is John Abdullahi Zenator. He's a Christian from Gunja. He's a member of parliament, minister for energy, former deputy minister for energy, now minister for energy, former spokesperson of Vice President John Dramani Mahama. So you know they have an excellent and very close relationship. They call him JJ in parliament, and he's the deal. The two of them are the president's tickets. Forget about everything else. This is the president's ticket. Zenator Forcing number 1 and John Zenator number 2. Let's roll on to some of the other new tickets that are coming into the NDC conversation. What's next for us? Let's move on to the next one. No, I know this one. This one people know. Let's move to the next one. I'll come back to this in a minute. Now I'll still come back to this in a minute. The other one, yes, this is the other one. So there's a growing conversation among NDC cadres. I don't know where the cadres still stand in the NDC conversation. 25 years ago, the cadres were very strong. But over the last 10 years, I don't know where the cadre thing goes. I mean, many of the cadres have sort of stepped aside. Martin Amidu is a bit old now. He's in his house and he's one of the important cadres. He's not as active as he used to be. But the cadre group who want to resurrect the cadre situation because they believe that the cadre thing is anti-corruption. The cadre thing is a wee-wee situation. The cadre thing is proper socialism, almost communism. And that's the only way the NDC can keep its difference from the MPP. The cadre group are still very concerned that the NDC looks too much like the MPP. And Rawlings used to talk about that, if you remember. That the NDC is looking too much like the MPP. That the MPP are a right-wing political party. Let them look like how they look like. And the NDC must look very different. NDC should not have the kind of scandals MPP have. If MPP are sharing money somewhere, you shouldn't find NDC people doing the same thing. That group of people who believe that the longevity of the NDC will be preserved by returning to the principles of cadre, probity, accountability, transparency, that group of people are beginning the conversation, what about Augustus Tanoh? So, now I work for Augustus Tanoh. I was his publicist in the year 2000 when he did the Reform Party. So I was with him almost on a daily basis, and I was a publicist. What does that mean? So I published their stories. You know, they were a small political party. So I had to take permission from my news editor at Joy FM that I would like to be bringing reform stories. They laughed at me and they said, okay, why not? And so Guzi had 2 offices, one in Asylum Down. Those of you who live in Accra, I can show you the place near Gedeli's office. And there was another one in Ridge, North Ridge, where WellSpace used to be. His brother was MD of WellSpace at the time, so we meet there. And the sheer level of intellectual conversation of these guys, I mean, if you're young as I was at that time, you should consider yourself privileged to be in that kind of conversation. You should hear Guzi having a conversation about governance with Peter Podube. And oh my goodness, these guys were smart. I was so excited when I met with them and when I engaged with them, and I was excited about the future of the country. Cheche Opoku is one brilliant guy. Forget about law. Cheche knows everything, not just law. Mijay Bano. I mean, they were really, really solid guys. Sam Garba was with them. I think the generation is gone. The election 2000 didn't help them. Professor Mills brought them back to the NDC. They played a big role in Professor Mills's victory, and I believe that they have played a big role in President Mahama's victory in 2016 as well. Guzi has to overcome the 24-hour economy situation. We must see the 24-hour economy thrive. I'm not sure whether we're going to see that in the first 4 years of President Mahama's administration. I was listening to Nimoy Thompson on Bernard Avle's show, The Point of View, and he was talking about how 24-hour economy is already captured in the NDPC agenda, etc., etc. Very, very, very interesting interview. I like that interview when I saw it on Monday night, I think. Now, Guzi here is now being pushed to be the NDC flag bearer. And the NDC people are being told that if you really want to go back to be NDC so that you're not like MPP and you're going to be booted out of office one day like the MPP was booted out of office, and you want to continue to do the things MPP did so that you end up the way MPP ended up, then it's up to you. But if you want to come to the principles and the ethos of the National Democratic Congress, your best man is Augustus Tanoh. So that's a concern. Mahama is not against the ticket, but it is not his favorite ticket. His favorite ticket will show you what it is. So the Guzi one is coming. We're just building up the story. We'll be giving you the inside details. They call me to tell me, you know, Adom, you there? Then they give me the filler. So, okay. Now, this is the other ticket that we talked about. The Julius Debrah ticket has always been there. It's always been there. And it's a formidable ticket. Now, the tickets are gaining support by naming running mates. So if I go back here, you will see that the president's ticket has a running mate already sorted. So it is easier to sell to the party folks when you are saying, this is going as number 1, this is his number 2. It makes people feel that, oh yeah, that's a good ticket. We like it. It's great. It's, you know, I think that, I don't know whether it's good or bad, but over the last few years of our election cycles, the position of the running mate has become very important. It didn't used to be as important. I mean, in 2000, people have forgotten who was Professor Mills's running mate. It was Martin Asiedu. In 2004, people have forgotten who was Professor Mills's running mate. It was Mohammed Mumuni. So the running mate thing was not a big deal. It was the Nana Akufo-Addo choice of Muhammadu Bawumia that brought the running mate thing to the big conversation. If you read our book here, the way in which Kufuor chose his running mate, Alhaji Aliyu Mahama, it was very simple. It was a very simple conversation. Aliyu was set up as a committee chairman to find a running mate for Kufuor. Find, he couldn't find. General Hamidu got his running mate agenda busted on Joy FM by Tony Edu, whose video we showed you recently, and I think I'll get that video for you soon. And so when Hamidu left, Aliyu Mahama was left with a few weeks to get a running mate, you know. And then Kufuor said, what about you, Alhaji? Blah, blah, blah.